Hello, I'm Scott with Shoms Photography, and I figured I'd do a video on how to change out and repair a key in a Yamaha W7 or W5. This one here is a W5. I have a W7 over there. But, so say you have a broken key, or a key that's standing straight up, a raised key, a popped up key, or a key that's stuck down. One of the key things is you're gonna have to take this plate out here. You're gonna have to disconnect these two cables. They plug into the back of your system here. So you got your two plugs here. Hopefully you can see that in the video. You're gonna have to disconnect this little plug. You're gonna have to remove this little board here, take out these screws here off this, and then take the two out on this and push the keyboard back slightly and then raise it up, and it'll come up out of the setup. Now there's a lot of videos on how to repair keys, but again, the W7 and the W5 are completely a little different than the other ones that you see on YouTube. So I figured I would go over this. So I had 3 keys that were broken, which I've already replaced, but we'll go through and talk about how to remove them. So on the back here, there are these little spots here. Hopefully we can get this into view. These are what holds the keys in, are these little slide over tabs. So they're hooked like this and they lock into place. So let's pull one of these keys out, and let's go back over this way, flip it back, and we'll just take off from this end down here. And you want to lift up this little plastic piece, because if you don't lift up the plastic piece, you will not have enough distance to get it to push out. So you want to lift up that plastic piece, and you're going to push back. Oops, lift up the plastic piece, not push it down. Push back, and the key will pop out. So here you go. You have this little spring, and you have this little hook. So hopefully you can see that little hook right in there. And then you have these pieces that will lock underneath here into this little spot here. Now if you're replacing a black key, you have to remove the white keys. Then put the black key in, and then you can put the white keys in. You cannot put the black key in just by itself. You have to remove the keys around it so you can get the black key in. So the key thing is, there is this little spot, and let me bring this down this way a little bit more. Make sure it's in the video. This little spring right here locks into this little spot right here. So there's a little receiver for this spot, or for this spring. So what you want to do is you're going to slide this down and get your 2 pieces inside that little gate in front, and you're going to line it up as soon as I can see it. There we go. And then you're going to slide that spring inside that groove, and you're going to push down on the back so you can get that groove in there. And then you slide back, and then it'll lock into place. And then when you get your key in there, you're going to lock down your plastic piece. So again, you can't take the key out without lifting up this plastic gutter. So, and it's just a V-shaped or U-shaped piece of plastic. It goes all the way down the keyboard. So if you're working somewhere in the center, you're gonna have to take this completely off, but working on the ends, you can just take and lift it up. So once you put this back together, make sure you plug in all the cables, because there ain't nothing like putting it back together and then all of a sudden you forget that you missed hooking up one of these little cables back here, and then you have to take the whole thing apart and put it back together again. So now that the keys are done, let's move this steel plate. We'll bring this back around, flip it over, and this will slide in. You want to go nice and easy. I want to go tearing things up. And once that gets pushed back, then it slides forwards and goes into place. Then you will install this cover plate back over the front again. So this goes down in here. And make sure not to damage any of the cables. So when you're putting this in, which I'm completely far away from this unit, there we go. And you'll find your little lock spots. And the keyboard needs to come. Oops. Nope. We need to go down. Right there. There we go. So now we'll screw those in with our small screws. And once those are in, then you're going to take your cable and you're going to push it from the back. And there's these two little clips. So let me pull this back out again. There's these two little clips that you plug your cable in. Once they are pushed in completely, these little side covers here will lock over it so it can't come out. So when you want to take it out, you want to pull those apart and it'll force the cable out. You don't pull it out. You want to just pull these and it'll release itself. This little module here will mount back over onto this spot here. And then you have this little cable that will plug right back into there. Again, hopefully this will help you if you have a Yamaha W7 or a W5 and to repair your keys. Again, the only place that I've been finding keys are on eBay for some reason. So you can buy them brand new on eBay, still in the package, but I can't find them really anywhere else. Hopefully I'll do a video somewhere down the line on putting in a floppy drive eliminator and going with USB drives instead. So maybe I'll do a video on that. Again, I haven't used these in over 20 years, but I figured I better do some maintenance on them before it gets where I can't get parts anymore. Again, my name is Scott with Shoms Photography, and thank you for watching.